But now that I'm back here, I mean, I'll be leaving soon. I've been here for a year. And in observing, I realized that it is now so ingrained in every single individual that they don't even think about it. I mean, they are sleeping awake. Nobody is conscious. They are all sleeping awake. And in my ignorance, I tried waking them up. Oh, woe is me. Talk about the fire and brimstone falling on my head. How dare I? So the guns were turned on me to make me the villain in their movie. And it's true. I did what I usually do. If I see something, I try to fix it. When in fact, the issue was I just needed to fix me. That was my reason for being here. That is my reason for being here. By observing the patterns, by observing the dysfunction, and then working on myself to release the patterns. Recognize the patterns, release it, to release the thought forms. All of these things that I grew up with, feeling that I was obliged, that was beaten into me, literally. And then I was harangued and criticized, violently criticized, verbally maligned. So it went from the physical to the psychological. And it worked. So now on my way out, I just want to bring this to your attention. Here is the pattern. You are blamed. Sometimes verbally, and in this house, because their communication skills are so poor and their social skills are really almost non-existent, they act out, they react to things, and basically it's up to you to guess what it's about. Because I'm an intuitive, highly intuitive, very skilled, and an empath on top of it, I had to learn my way through this minefield, literally the minefield, which was created by their mind field, to understand what the fuck was going on. Let me give you an example. Actually, I have too many examples. So let's put it simply. You do something that is natural to you, but yet the kickback or the flashback, where you get a flash burn, is this. The reaction says, and you get the vibe that you did something against them in a mean way. Why? Basically, you're attacking them. Why? Because of their characters, and there is an added bug in the ointment this week. Because of their characters, they cannot see that you are acting naturally. They always assume, and people will always assume, based on their level of consciousness, that you are acting the way that they would act. That's the problem. That right there is the issue. When people are sleeping awake, they are not conscious of anything at all, except what is going on in their tiny minds. And it really is tiny. You need to be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. People always assume in that particular state of consciousness that you are acting or reacting No, not even reacting. You are acting the way that they would act because they don't know anything else. So when you're dealing with tiny minds and limited consciousness, all they can focus on is their smallness, and they assume that meanness is the norm because that is how they would normally react. That's